concluding time for the 10th International Workshop for Advanced Materials here in Ras Al Khaimah. Tony, very much an overview of what's been achieved over the last 10 years and in particular these last few days for this 10th edition event.
Yes, of course, this has been a very special occasion for us, and I think it's been the best meeting that we've had in the last 10 years. The standard's been high throughout the period, but it's gradually improved. And we had more participants than ever before. We had more people from the region from ever before. And one particular highlight is that we again did a program for high school students. And this year we had more attendees for the program for high school students than previously. And it's now up to about 100 and included people from both private schools as well as public schools. And this year we arranged for the chairman of the session to be an Arabic speaker. So we chose Sami El-Shal, and I chose speakers who were relatively young and perhaps better able to communicate with young people as well.
More of a synergy between the pupils there and the academics.
Exactly, yes, Phil. Yeah.
So you've been going out, and we're here at the Ras Al Khaimah Convention Centre, which has been the hub of it, but going out is important, I suppose, for getting enthusiasm into the schools, into the education establishments.
Yes, I think it's very important, and the opportunities here are not as great as they might be in big cities in other parts of the world, for the students to engage with world-class scientists. And so it's particularly important. And they're the next generation of scientists, and so we want to inspire them if possible.
So coming back now to the activities here at the Convention Centre itself, what would you say has been perhaps the key changes, movements for IWAM?
Well, this year, for the first time, of course, we had the Dresselhaus Memorial Lecture in honor of Millie Dresselhaus, who was on our board for the last decade, and she passed away last year. And so we had a wonderful lecture from Linda Nazar about latest developments in lithium-ion batteries. I thought that was very exciting. We've had some other very special talks. We had a talk from Professor Liu Bin from Singapore, talking about the use of nanomaterials for both diagnosis and therapy of cancer. And that's a very exciting development that she described.
If you look at the people here presenting and also attending, it's become a really global event with people, as you mentioned, from America, California, Los Angeles, Canada, through to UK, Europe, and the East as well. So it's grown enormously.
It has grown enormously. So we have people from 20 countries here. It's probably more than 20. So, for example, I mentioned Liu Bin from Singapore. She's originally from China, and I'm a Brit, but I'm also an American, and I live in California.
Oh, you do?
So science is a very global business. Yeah. And I think that the meeting increasingly reflects that global aspect of it.
So to sort of finish off, how do you see IWAM progressing over the next few years, following on from the previous 10?
Well, we have, first of all, we've agreed with His Highness and with Nasser Bustami from Stevin Rock that we shall continue with the IWAM program. So there will be another workshop at this time next year. We've also agreed that we will continue with the Dresselhaus Memorial Lecture, and that gives us an opportunity to both recognize Millie, who was so passionate about science in this part of the world, passionate about women in science, and so we'll have a focus on inviting world-class women scientists to do that. We're also looking at the possibility we might have an international prize associated with the event. And so that's something that I'll be discussing with His Highness later today.
Well, IWAM evolving all the time, and Tony, always good to catch up with you to find out what's happening. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Phil. Thank you.